Hello. Hi, friends. Just having some cereal. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Hi, Maggie. Hi, everybody. All right. Hi, Shyla. So we're here together. Hi, Eva. We are here together for a few minutes because I wanted to give an opportunity for people to ask some questions. We have a Q&A every Saturday at around 11, although today it was 12. I do apologize, so thank you. Hi, Angelina and Wendy. I know, I'm fitting in a lot today. I know, it's a busy Saturday, including eating Cheerios. So this week, we released a video, 5 more minute video, home learning tips. And so I wanted to make sure that if anyone had any questions, that they had the opportunity to ask them. So I didn't get any questions. I didn't get any questions emailed to me, but I wanted to make sure that you guys didn't have any questions about the video or any of the home learning tips. I know that is this a 5 more minute mukbang? What's a mukbang? Q&A? Andy? I know that last week we had a question around like age appropriate text and should we clone you? You know, people ask me that question and I say, like, my wife can't handle more than one of me. Yeah? Andy, totally. Maggie says, I want to use visuals next year in the bulletin board, so I've created a big banner that says, ask questions, and multicolored hands raising in the air. I want to put up, I love that. Love that. Oh, I love that. I'm multiple tasking making bath bombs. Woo! This is where we come together. Ask questions, eat Cheerios, make bath bombs. I love it. I love it. Okay, tell me, what's your question? It's okay if it's off topic. I'm open to it. Oops. Oh man, you guys, Cheerios are so good. It's okay, take your time. It is still raining on Bowen if you're interested. Still some rain. Oh, mukbang. Is Korean an online audiovisual broadcast on which a host cocaine's large quantities of food while interacting with an audience? That sounds great. So good, Andy, right? Totally. Charlotte says, I love your videos. They are great. She has friends who meet over video chat to read to him. This helps to make it more engaging. Shyla, I looked at your pictures about the neighbor's yard, and it is so amazing. My question, though, here's my question. I have a question for Shyla. Was that fence like that when you moved in? Or, Andy, I was wondering. Or was it built that way? Because, like, I looked at that and I'm like, and you guys had like matching t-shirts. Like, I was just like, it was amazing. I loved it so much. And if you guys don't know, Shyla had her neighbors, they had dinner, but their fence flipped to a table so they can have dinner with their neighbors. Like, it's so smart. And the little table legs came out. It's so, Shyla, honestly, it should be like a commercial. I love it. Oh, I'm taking Pop Art, And in there they say to teach visual to verbal, use visual to verbal to gesture to physical. Is it appropriate for all cultures right now thinking about First Peoples is not showing gesturing? You know what? I think with anything, anything that we learn, regardless of what it is, we have to keep in mind that that's coming from one perspective, okay? And it's very common that everything we learn from one perspective isn't always going to align with all of our kids. And so if you're ever not sure, so say for example, you learn contradictory information, right? So like, I remember when I was first learning about like hand over hand, and then I learned about hand under hand, you know what I mean? In terms of like helping kids to gesture. And I was just like, well, which one do I do? And that's where, where I find it's really important to like, the more you know, the more you can be responsive. So if you're not sure about gesturing in terms of, is that culturally appropriate? Well, when that time comes, even just like talking to families, talking to kids and just being, and just being responsive to, well, if it's not appropriate in this moment, it's okay to not do it. Right? And so I think that, and I had this realization when I was first kind of like learning all of the kind of specifics of special education, and realizing that there's going to be moments where the training we receive doesn't align with the kids that we have, right? And so I think, and that's when I realized that like as a teacher, it's really important to like collect different perspectives of practice as opposed to just following certain training, because there's always going to be those moments, and the more that we can respond to those moments by those multiple perspectives, the more we're responding to the kids instead of the training. So if you're worried that, gesturing is not going to jive with your kids for whatever reason, it's okay to not do it, right? It's okay to adjust your own practice. I don't really believe in training for that reason, because, if we're sticking too closely to training, we're not being responsive to kids' needs. And so if you know that there is a student who has a cultural boundary around gesturing, it's okay. Let it go. Let it go, my friend. Right? Totally. Use pictures. It's totally okay. And if you're not sure, talk to the family. Right? Because they probably, if there's a student who is looking on like working with prompts, talk to the family and just be like, hey, so what do you guys do? What do you guys do when this needs to happen? And that puts the kid first, right? It's a great question. I love that question. I love that question even more than these Cheerios. Oh, look at all of you guys. Angela, your art for the last chapter is so beautiful. Andy says, recently I was looking at the soft skills needed in a workplace and communication. Off topic, have I seen A Class Divided? No, Cindy. Do I need to? Oh, soft skills. Sorry, Andy, or Maggie, I got distracted. A Class Divided, tell me about that. I'm writing it down. Is this a show? A Class Divided. Shyla, I wrote a high school book report on Robert Munsch books. My teacher allowed it because I did the report on how children I babysat responded to the books. Cute. I love that. I love Robert Munsch. And in the video, I do a shout out to Robert Munsch because I think his books are so... Remember we were talking about age appropriate text, right? Like there's themes in there that can apply to all ages, right? 3 Wishes by Deborah Ellis. Is that another one I need to write down? 3 Wishes. All right. Oh, Maggie, you are filled with the goods. And I think that's an important clarification. Like high school kids do love picture books, right? But the books, oh, Cindy, yes, I've seen that. It is fascinating. A Class Divided, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. No. That is terrifying and fascinating, and everyone needs to watch it. Oh, the high school books? When I talk about inappropriate books, I'm talking about like bored baby books. You know, like the board books? Like, I can count to 5. No. I'm talking the books that don't have mature themes. Picture books are age appropriate for all kids. It's so important. Andy says leadership, teamwork, communication, problem solving, flexibility, adaptability, and these are soft skills. You know what, Andy? Those are also those are competencies, and those are making their way into the curriculum so much. So much. No, I love it. No, yeah, exactly. So talking like a baby, age appropriate context, and maybe that's more what I was going for. It's not necessarily not age appropriate books, but not age appropriate contexts. Right? No, and I think that's, I should clarify that, because I think some people thought that meant no picture books, but I'm like, no, that's not what I meant at all. I meant like the context. Like, you know those books. It's just like, they're like rhyming bunnies. No. But the Wiggles do not have adult themes in them. You know? They are made for 3-year-olds. Picture books are not made for 3-year-olds. Picture books are made for everyone to read together. I like the publisher Self-Made Hero. They have a series on great artists. It's mature content. They're graphic novels. Oh yeah, no. Like graphic novels are just another format of text. You know what, Maggie? What are you on the fence about? Because graphic texts are just another format, just like anything, right? But it may not be because they're not into novel reading. They can do both, right? Or maybe it's just like it could be like, what am I trying to say? Like, they're engaging to kids because maybe they need those pictures. But the themes of the literacy are quite advanced in graphic novels. You know? But if the goal is fluency, like you want them to increase their fluency, they just need to read more, right? And so if kids are reading graphic novels, do it. But also remember, we want to expose kids to a whole bunch of different texts. So it's okay. It's okay to have novels and graphic text and pictures. Like, bring in all of those things all of the time, because the more reading they're doing in general, the more fluent they have. But if it's about books that they're choosing, let them read graphic text. But you can also bring them texts that they have to read together that are many different kinds. You know? I think graphic texts have really opened up reading for a lot of kids who weren't reading anything. I remember when I was in high school, I read nothing. I didn't have to read anything. Oh yeah, symbols and art. It all comes down to purpose, I think, right? So what's the purpose? If the purpose is to increase engagement and motivation and comprehension, graphic novels are great. Yep. Oh, I love you guys. Love you guys. Maggie says, trying circle conversations and drumming up. What's your favorite book? What's your favorite series, so that all kids can hear what other kids are exploring? Oh yeah, I love that. Oh, totally. Series of unfortunate events. All of these are so good. So good. Well, my friends, we ate Cheerios together. Nice little 20-minute chat. Discover their interest. That's Text Connects with our book club this morning. Thanks for checking in. Having a little check-in time while I eat Cheerios. Are there any other lingering questions before I sign off? You guys are just so fun. So fun. Oh, good for you. A beer by the lake sounds pretty great. If I had a beer by the water right now, I'd get soaking wet. But But you know, I think I might have a nap today. What does Dr. Potato say about writing goals to soft skills? About writing goals to the soft skills. Well, if you're talking about the potato strategy, it can be used on anything. Maggie, we were totally recycling the pond water. Great noticing. Great noticing. Yeah, Wendy, it's going to be, I'll post it on my YouTube channel. Sarah joined us for the last 15 minutes. It was awesome. I had emotions in my throat. Right here. It was so good. I'll post it. And that's what happens when you eat and talk at the same time. Woo! Choking. Woo! Don't eat Cheerios and have an online chat. Woo! This is real life with Shelly Moore. Okay, friends, I'm gonna go choke. Have a really, really great day. I love seeing you twice a day. I will see you on Tuesday. Shyla, don't worry, she can hear me choking. She says, she just yelled, she's like, it's your own fault. Okay, friends, you guys have a great day. Look at my choking tears. I will see you on Tuesday, 9 a.m. for another book club session. I hope you have a great weekend. Have a lovely family celebration tomorrow with whoever is a caregiver in your life. Woo! Bye, you guys. You're the best. I'll see you later.